Yes, people, welcome back to the 1894. I'm Hugh. I've got Dar here with me as always for this City versus Monchengladbach preview. It's the second leg of our Champions League tie. We're 2-0 up on aggregate, but we have lost our home advantage. We were meant to play this fixture in the Etihad Stadium, but due to COVID restrictions, we have to go back to the Puskas Arena in Budapest to play the fixture again. So it's kind of like a take two, if you like. But Dara, what are your thoughts going into the game?
Yeah, I think it's far from finished, but we'll take the confidence of beating them in the first game, beating them well, and I think we'll go out and we should do the job here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit apprehensive because obviously Gladbach are well aware at this stage that if they don't get something out of this game, their Champions League season's over. And it is only 2-0. They don't have to go to Manchester. It's on neutral ground, so it's anyone's game really. If they can get a goal early doors, like we've seen Man United get, and we crumbled, and teams kind of realize if they come at us early doors with a big storm, if there's a chance we'll crumble. So if they get one early doors, like I said, you'd start to worry. Then you need City to be in top form and the defense to be looking solid. But speaking of the defense, Alexander Zinchenko was on media duties today for press conferences, etc. So that would lead you to believe that he's starting the game. So he would probably be in left back. But who is your ideal centre back partnership? And obviously right back, you've got Cancelo and Walker, two different very right backs. But who do you think is best suited for this fixture?
I mean, again, it comes down to the system he's playing. Like you said, Zinchenko will probably start, so I'll lead you to believe that Cancelo will start. So if that's how they're going, then I can't see him dropping stones. So I prefer to have him and Diaz, a solid enough partnership. So if Zinchenko doesn't start, I mean, it's probably going to be Walker, then Stones, Laporte, or sorry, Diaz, Laporte, and then they'll have Cancelo left back. But I'm fine with anything really. I prefer us not to play the system against Fulham. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Fulham system seemed to be almost like a test run. He was trying to see if he could make this sort of thing work and give players who weren't getting much time an opportunity, including taking some players who get a lot of time out, which is Raheem Sterling and Foden didn't feature at all in the Fulham game. Sterling was very active on Twitter on the topic. There were rumors circulating on the internet that there was possibly a bust up in the dressing room between Pep and Sterling or Pep and Foden. A bit of a mess, but thankfully Sterling put an end to those rumors very quickly on his own Twitter. I would imagine we will see him at least on the bench, if not starting 11 against Gladbach on Tuesday night, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean he'll definitely have a play. Well, obviously he's travelled, but he should have something to do in the game. I think he'll definitely come on if not start. But I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a bit weird him not being in the squad till Burnley. We didn't actually realise until after the game. But there's always going to be a part to play for him. So I once everyone's happy, I mean I'm happy, and they can come on and make a difference. So.
Yeah, we want all our top players to be happy at the club. Sterling's obviously in the midst of hopefully negotiating a new contract with the club. He's
Mm.
working on his own. I think he got rid of his representative a couple of months back in order to do this sort of stuff on his own, but it's slowly stalled the conversation on his contract. But hopefully that gets resolved. And Foden as well. I would really like to see in the squad at least get some game time. I don't know about starting. There's so many players, so many options for Pep to choose from, which leads me to speaking about the attack. Sergio Aguero was captain against Fulham on the weekend, had a decent performance, wasn't hugely involved all round in the play, but he got his goal, and I think that'll do his confidence the world of good. Do you think he's put himself in with a chance of getting a game A or even starting B against Gladbach tomorrow night? What do you reckon?
I don't know. I doubt he'll start, to be honest. Like he got the 90 minutes out of Fulham. I don't know if he'll be able for another game from the start. But he's definitely put his hat. He's definitely thrown his hat in for the Gladbach game. It would surprise me if he didn't at least get 10, 15 minutes. Because he probably will go with the striker. I know both of us are kind of leaning towards false nine, but I think he'll play. I think he'll play with the striker, and if he does, he'll start Jesus. So.
Kevin De Bruyne, who didn't play against Fulham on Saturday evening, I would imagine will be the false nine. I would like to see. I think that suits him the best. If we're going to play that false nine formation, I think De Bruyne is suited best to that role at the moment, which would probably mean Gabriel Jesus gets dropped down, even though he had a good game on left wing against Fulham and he got his goal as well there again. On the Jesus thing, obviously, I think he's much more suited to left wing, but there's just so many players in the team who probably do a better job again. Like there's too much competition for Jesus to actually get a game, even though he's best suited to there. So I think ultimately he may not even end up in Manchester City because if we go and get another out and out striker like a Haaland, like a Kane, or even bringing in a Delap or Lukaku, that leaves very little room for Jesus. But in other squad news, in the defence, just once more, Ake is back in the squad, so he's traveling with the team. We don't know if he'll feature, but he's definitely an option to play either at left back or centre half, some rotation. Pep has mentioned in his press conference this morning that he wants to rotate as much as possible. If you want to win every game like he does, you have to rotate, 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 to quote himself. So it's great to see players like Ake back in the squad and able to offer their services. We're going to put our full starting 11 prediction on screen. Leave your comments down below on what you think of that and who you think maybe should be involved. Bearing in mind, this is it's now or never really with this tie anyway. If we lose this, we're out. Quad's over, Champions League runners over. So if we have any Champions League aspirations, we've got to nail this fixture and put in a decent performance. But before we wrap it up, I'm gonna get our score predictions. Darryl, I'll come to you first. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go carbon copy 2-0 again. To be honest with you, I think it'd be a bit more boring than the first game, sadly. But we should just get it done, really.
I'm going to, for the first time ever, I try not to do this as much as possible in these videos, but I'm going to actually agree with you and say 2-0. Based off the very first leg of this tie, I don't feel Gladbach offered a huge amount going forward, albeit they did miss a chance or two in the first half, particularly when we started off a bit slow. I think we'll put in a decent enough defensive performance to keep them out, and I think we have enough attackers who are fit and in good form to put some goals past them. So 2-0 from both of us, and fingers crossed that's the way it is, because we want to march on to the next round and hopefully take on some of the big boys and make a name for ourselves in Europe, because this hopefully is our year. But we're going to wrap up this video now. Thanks a million for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. We're very close to our target of 150. We would really appreciate it if you could help us on that front. And also, as always, the link to our public Discord is down below. Come in and chat to us about City all day, every day. That's all that goes on there. So thanks a million for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.